If you pick the wrong entity structure for your international business, you're losing thousands in taxes annually. And here's how to choose between a UK limited company and a US LLC in 2026. Here's the problem. 73% of international founders choose the wrong jurisdiction on day one. UK companies' house filing costs £12 and completes in 24 hours for most founders. US LLCs in Wyoming cost $249 through Bastion Formations with zero state income tax. Opening a UK limited company versus a US LLC for international founders matters because each jurisdiction has different tax treaties, banking access, and compliance costs that can swing your annual expenses by $3,000 to $5,000. A Nigerian founder registers a UK Ltd to access Stripe faster but discovers HMRC requires a UK business address and annual confirmation statements costing £13 each year, plus corporation tax filings even with zero revenue. Within 6 months they're paying an accountant £800 annually for filings they didn't budget for. Here's what actually matters when you're choosing between these two structures in 2026. Most people fail here. They choose based on registration speed instead of where their customers are located. A UK limited company makes sense if you're selling primarily to EU or UK customers because you'll need a VAT number anyway and UK banking is accessible. But if 80% of your revenue comes from US clients, you're creating unnecessary foreign exchange fees on every transaction. The US banking system heavily favors US entities. Non-US founders opening UK companies often wait 4 to 8 weeks for business bank accounts, while US LLCs can access Mercury or Relay in 48 hours. Start with customer geography. If more than 60% of your revenue comes from US customers, a US LLC through Bastion Formations saves you 2.5% to 3.5% in foreign exchange fees on every transaction. Wyoming LLCs cost $249 for formation plus $99 annually for registered agent service. Delaware costs $349 for formation because of the $300 state franchise tax. Both states have zero income tax at the state level. Bastion Formations handles your EIN registration in 1 to 3 business days, which you need before opening any US bank account. UK limited companies cost £12 to register on Companies House but require a UK correspondence address, which costs £50 to £150 annually through services like UK Postbox. This is important. HMRC requires you to file a confirmation statement every 12 months for £13 even if you earn zero revenue. Corporation tax filings are mandatory 9 months after your accounting period ends. Most international founders hire a UK accountant for £600 to £1,200 annually because HMRC penalties for late filing start at £100 and climb to £1,500 if you're 6 months overdue. Here's the problem with the DIY approach. Path A, you register the UK Ltd yourself for £12, then spend 40 hours over 8 weeks figuring out VAT thresholds, finding a compliant accountant, and setting up a business bank account that rejects you twice. Path B, you use Bastion Formations to open a Wyoming LLC for $249, get your EIN in 3 days, open a Mercury account in 48 hours, and you're processing payments by day 5. Path A costs you 6 weeks of revenue delays. Path B costs you 1 afternoon. Here's the exact wording to use when comparing tax treaties. Search the IRS website for treaty benefits plus your home country name. If your country has a tax treaty with the US, you can often avoid double taxation on LLC profits by claiming treaty benefits on Form 8833. The UK has tax treaties with 130+ countries, but accessing them requires you to prove UK tax residency or demonstrate substantial UK business activity, which most international founders cannot do in year 1. For US LLCs taxed as disregarded entities, profits pass through to your personal tax return in your home country. You pay zero US federal tax if you're a non-resident, and your income isn't effectively connected with a US trade or business. Copy this into your notes. Single-member LLC owned by non-resident alien, no US source income, no ETLAs. That's the phrase your accountant needs to hear to confirm you owe zero US tax. Bastion Formations includes registered agent service for $99 per year, which means your LLC stays compliant, and you get mail scanning through their dashboard so you never miss a state notice. Single-member LLC owned by non-resident alien, No US source income, no ETBUS. US LLC if 60% plus revenue from US clients. UK Ltd if you need EU VAT compliance. Bastion Formations, Wyoming LLC $249, 3-day EIN. Start your US LLC with Bastion Formations today at bastionformations.com and get your EIN in 3 business days. Visit https://bastionformations.com.